I was adopted, and my new parents were devout churchgoers. They showered me with love and support, nurturing my faith from a young age. Though my past before adoption remains a blur, my love for God and unwavering belief have always been constant. As I grew older, I felt an insatiable desire to become a better version of myself. My goal was to make my adoptive parents proud and forge a unique path. They had taken me in as their own, and I was grateful. After the adoption, my life unfolded smoothly. Their guidance and encouragement helped shape me into the person I am today. I was driven to start a ministry that embodies the values they instilled in me: compassion, empathy, and unwavering faith. With their love as my foundation, I established my own church. My parents supported me every step of the way, helping me build a haven where diversity and inclusivity thrived. We broke free from traditional molds, embracing creativity and compassion. They were overjoyed when I met my soulmate and got married, surrounded by our growing congregation. Growth was slow, but I didn't measure success by numbers alone. Every life touched, every heart healed, was a testament to our purpose. Then, one Sunday, a visiting pastor shook the foundations of our tranquil existence. He claimed to have received a vision from God, one that led him to our church. His words were laced with conviction, his eyes burning with an unshakable certainty. "I have been sent to help you fulfill your true potential," he declared, his voice echoing through our sanctuary. "God has greater plans for this church." I pushed aside my doubts, convinced that the visiting pastor's intentions were genuine. He spoke of unity among men of God, joining forces to combat darkness and spread the light of Christ. "Imagine it," he said, his eyes aglow. "All of us united, standing against the forces of evil. We could change the world." He suggested we meet to pray, but he was firm on the cave prayer part. Though puzzled, I saw it as an opportunity for growth. After shaking hands, we then began to pray together. I discovered he was a prophet, receiving warnings and revelations that would later come to pass. His accuracy was uncanny, and my faith in him grew. But in hindsight, my worst mistake was believing in him more than God. Months passed, and our collaboration flourished. Then, one day, he extended an invitation to a secret place. "This is where I receive new anointing and revelation," he said. "I'd love for you to join me." We set a date, and I shared every detail with my wife. She was my rock, supporting me through thick and thin. She was okay with everything. The day arrived, and the prophet came to my home. We drove in silence, the landscape shifting from urban to rugged. We arrived at a mountain, rocky and barren. We got off the car. He said cave was ahead and that we had to walk. With that, he led me to the cave's entrance, its darkness yawning open like an abyss. As I stepped into the cave, a dark sensation washed over me. The air was thick, and visions began to flicker before my eyes like a television screen. But there was no TV. I saw glimpses of my church members, some speaking blessings, others cursing. I knew I was in the presence of the Almighty. We prayed and fasted for 6 days, and the visions never ceased. On the 7th day, the prophet declared, "I will anoint you. My enemies are now yours." He drenched me in holy oil, and I felt transformed. After that experience, visions flooded my mind, and I felt an unparalleled power surge. But something wasn't right. My ministry flourished under the pastor's guidance, yet an unsettling feeling lingered. I couldn't utter the name Jesus without feeling an intense burning sensation. Even thinking about it brought headaches. I confided in the pastor, and his response shook me. "Maybe you're stronger than Jesus. Call my name instead." After that, everything felt tainted, and I realized this wasn't the transformation I had sought. The pastor's words and actions now seemed sinister. One day, he instructed me to join him for a prayer meeting with others. I couldn't refuse. I was under his control. That's when I discovered the horrifying truth. It was a cult, and sacrifices were being made. Back at my church, members were dying mysteriously. I severed ties with the pastor and distanced myself, and changed my contact's details, but his visions continues to haunt me. Wealth and success surrounded me, but my conscience is consumed by guilt. No one suspected, but I know, and that knowledge is suffocating me. My family remained unharmed, but I feared the worst was yet to come. Fear gripped me. Days have turned into weeks, weeks into months, and months into years. I struggled to shake off the lingering influence of the cult. My mind is a battleground, with faith and doubt locked in an unrelenting struggle.